The Crane M is a tiny version of Zhiyun's crane gimbals. It's mostly used for smaller size cameras. This gimbal has an LED indicator for various functions and a micro USB port to support several key features. They've used solid aluminum for most of the mechanical parts. You can manually adjust the knobs at every axis to balance your camera, and with some practice, it'll just become easier. The Crane M has an excellent build. It'll make you feel just like you've spent your money effectively for a premium quality product. The gimbal also comes with a thick skin case. The case is sneaked with foam and comes in handy. The design quality of Crane M is excellent. Each component of the gimbal feels stable and properly made. It has a trendy design and doesn't need any third-party tools to assemble. Adjusting the gimbal is quite easy. Anyone can do it in a few minutes. At the base of Crane M's grip, you'll find a perfect 1/4-inch thread that can be attached with most of tripod screws. The controls are a little different from other Zhiyun models. The joystick is not flat, but you'll like this newly designed stick with power switch and mode buttons. Another cool new feature is the zoom level. If you connect Crane M in your camera, you can control the camera zoom. It works well with the Sony a6300 kit lens, 16 to 50 millimeters. The Crane M features 3 operating modes. The first one is the locking mode. In this mode, the panning is locked. It keeps the camera facing in the front direction. You can press the joystick left or right to adjust the panning angle. If you need to change the tilt axis, you can push the joystick up and down. The next mode is pan following mode. The axis uses the movement of the stabilizer. This way you can keep the movement of the camera up and down when it's locked. In this mode, you can use the joystick management to move your camera up or down. And the third mode is the tilt and pan following mode. With this mode, roll axis is locked, and the tilt pan axis also follows the motion of Crane M. You can push the joystick control left or right for adjusting these roll angles. Gimbals are mostly used with wide-angle lenses. Your subject can go through a scene, but they can be utilized in other ways. Using a gimbal does not always require the user to move in quickly. It's also useful for slow tracking photo and video shots, just like a slider, moving vertically or horizontally. These types of shots will be more interesting to see if they have a definite starting and ending. The camera doesn't need to be in constant motion. The Zhiyun Crane M is a great performing gimbal. It gives a natural feel when capturing footage. It makes every shot steady and smoother. The Crane M doesn't change directions while moving quickly, but of course, sometimes it's not perfect and it'll depend on the shakiness of the user. The compact size also works for easy traveling. A simple wireless control option is available for the Zhiyun Crane M. You can control the gimbal remotely by linking the remote control or via the app, which is available for Android and iOS. It works in the same manner as the joystick in the handle. The LEDs indicate connection status and battery levels. There are 3 primary interfaces of connecting Zhiyun Crane M via mobile Bluetooth. The first one is the control interface, which is directly switched into operation mode, and it works like a joystick. In the update interface, you can check the gimbal firmware software. You can do the updates without the use of a computer. And the calibration interface provides the gimbal's 3 axes apart from a level of the position. It's easy for using your smartphone. The program displays position of Crane M in 6 steps in level rankings on all axes. Moving shots are excellent in this gimbal. The gimbal gets powered up quickly, you can then hit your record button and off you go. The Zhiyun Crane M is used for both vertical and horizontal style in any small size camera. Micro jitters are real when playing footage. The drawback of the Crane M is not being able to watch the entire camera screen, as some of the motors may potentially block it. The Crane M doesn't have a quick release plate to switch between a tripod and the gimbal quickly. That's something you may want to consider purchasing as an add-on if you plan on switching lenses. Most of the people desire smaller budget gimbal with excellent efficiency. It works great in the Sony kit lens, 16 to 50 millimeter. The Zhiyun Crane M is an excellent product. If you're capturing footages with a mirrorless camera, it performs faster, and it can be ready for action quickly. The Zhiyun Crane M was built with high-quality materials. The responsive motors are the simplicity of performance, and it easily makes the Zhiyun Crane M one of the best single-handed gimbals. The battery life will certainly depend on the size of the camera and how huge a lens you place on it. The larger the device, the more tasks the crane needs to do. We tried our a6300 utilizing a 35mm Sony f1.8 primary lens and handled to get over 2 to 3 hours of battery on one set. Cost-wise, there are some other gimbals in the marketplace which cost a good deal much more than that. You would feel like the Zhiyun Crane M is valued entirely and is one of an extremely premium product. It's a technological product that's not for all, but also for those who are showing an interest, and in the market, it's a smashing deal, and it can be an incredible tool in your pouch of videography methods.